stay strong and keep the fight going.
In March, our police department was changed forever when the Department of Justice released the findings of their years-long investigation. They found evidence of discrimination, excessive use of force, and more. Now, the federal government will monitor our city and police until they have made significant changes. All week long, we've given you a glimpse into Louisville's future under federal oversight through the eyes of a city under watch for more than a decade. It was Isaiah Kim-Martinez who actually traveled to New Orleans to figure out how this consent decree will work. We've been seeing the stories all week. Incredible reporting, by the way.
And not on my own. Senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton doing so much to help this come to be. But Shay, many folks have asked us why New Orleans, right? On the outside looking in, you can say population size, but it goes bigger than that. Their culture is so similar to ours, dealing with high rates of crime. New Orleans' first murder rate in the country last year. New Orleans, or us, we're 14th. You talk about, having to deal with those crimes. And then, of course, New Orleans has been under consent decree for over a decade now, and Louisville is just entering there. So we felt this was the perfect opportunity.
So we know from your reporting this week, a lot of people think that it was a good thing. There's been good changes made, but there's pretty significant number of people saying, hold on, this has put our city through a whole nother set of issues. It's a very interesting contrast. What have you learned about that?
For as much good as it's done, and it has done good, and folks have told me that in New Orleans, that they've seen officer-involved shootings go down, high-speed chases go down, citizen complaints go down. But at the same time, I've heard from officials, from people who've even covered as journalists in that area, that staffing remains a huge issue. They lose a lot of not just officers who are resistant to change, but good officers as well, and it makes it very, very hard to hire as well. So you can imagine with crime going up and much fewer officers, 300 short, by the way, similar to us, it becomes a big issue.
So we know that the New Orleans Police Department has reached out a hand to Louisville and said, give me a call. I want to talk to you. We want to offer some insights. How do you know if Louisville has heard this? Did you take it to city leaders and say, hey, they want to talk to you?
I told them actually yesterday in an unrelated news conference. I actually told the mayor himself. I said, listen, New Orleans' interim police chief, of course Louisville has an interim police chief as well, wants to talk to you guys, wants to offer their insight into this. He said that he has been talking to other cities who are entering this. Maybe he'll reach out to New Orleans here and see kind of what they can offer as far as how to help us.
Well, you and Alyssa certainly giving them a lot to think about. Excellent job, Isaiah. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.